Good morning, everyone. We are here in the Wellness Connection group, and I have Tina and Erin joining me today, and we are going to talk about the triple stack. I know a lot of you are joining this group. You're all curious about the products, so these are our core products that we're going to talk about this morning. We have more, which you can check with the person that invited you here if you want information on the rest of them, but let's talk about these three this morning, and Tina's going to get us started here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to start by saying this because a lot of people are going to use this system and they are going to lose weight. And then some of you may not be in a stage of life where you even need to lose weight or want to lose some weight. So I want to discuss that first before we jump into what these do and how powerful they are. This isn't just for weight loss. It's just a fact that when you get your metabolic health under control, if you need to lose weight, that's a side effect of getting your overall metabolic health under control. So we're going to go in depth into what all three of these do. But if you're someone that maybe you're having blood sugar issues or you are having blood pressure issues, cholesterol issues, maybe you've got a lot of stubborn fat just right around your midsection. That's as we age, we can tend to gain our weight there, which is our visceral fat, which is the most dangerous fat on our body because it surrounds all of our major organs. If you're somebody that struggles with sleep, if you struggle with autoimmune, if you struggle with maybe like me in my 40s, my face started breaking out like I was a teenage boy. And I was like, what is even happening right now? Right. If you are like forgetful, you're like, I came in the kitchen and I don't know why I'm in the kitchen. Right. Like, you know what I'm talking about. If any of these describe you, then this is going to be for you. Okay. So you're going to hear a lot of the real loud stories are because people are finally losing weight. And that is my story. I was stuck for a very long time. I was at 158 pounds. I was super grateful to be there because I'd already lost over 70 pounds at that point, but I was still technically overweight. For reference, I'm 5'3". And so, but the weight wouldn't move. And I was eating right. I was going to the gym, but it literally wouldn't move. And when I got on this system 1 year ago this month, I went from 158 to 133. For the first time in my adult life, I'm in a healthy weight range. But not only that, my skin cleared up. Like I'm literally wearing nothing on my face this morning. My skin cleared up. My sleep is better. My mental health is better. Just overall, I feel like a new human. So let's jump in and talk about what these are and what they do. And the first, I'm going to talk about this right here. This is literally our gut health magic, friends. And so I'm going to be honest with you. When I first heard about this product, I was like, that doesn't sound exciting, right? Because you don't know what you don't know. And so let me just tell you some facts about your gut. Your gut and your brain are connected through the vagus nerve. And if your gut health is off, quite literally everything is going to be off. And statistically, it is proven that 8 out of 10 people have poor gut health. I actually have a friend that's a doctor, and he says at this point, it's probably more like 9 out of 10 people have poor gut health. So I'm going to do a fun little demonstration for you so that you can actually see how this works. We're going to use a pudding pack to show you this. Let me just open this up. And then I'm going to put this product in here and I'm going to stir it up so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this is just normal pudding, okay? Nothing special about it. And we're going to put this in here. Now, this is what this is going to do. It's going to break down the fats, the carbs, the sugars, and the proteins that you eat so that your body can absorb what it needs and get rid of what it doesn't. It's also got a pre and a probiotic in it. Now, just so that you know, statistically, it's proven that if you take antibiotics twice in a 12-month period, you're 40 times more likely to get anxiety and depression. That alone is such a huge, huge thing because that means if we keep our gut microbiome in check, as you can see, I just put that in there and we're going to stir. If we keep our gut microbiome in check and keep it in order, we're going to feel better mentally as well. But not only that, how many of you have ever had your gallbladder removed like me? And bathrooms can be tricky. It can be tricky when you go out to eat and you need to know exactly where the bathrooms are. Or maybe you struggle with IBS or autoimmune or anything like that. If you are struggling with any of those things, struggling to lose weight, struggling to gain weight, not sleeping well, can't think clearly, all of that is signs that your gut health is off. So I want you to think about like an old pipe. Have you ever seen an old pipe? And it's just filled with muck and yuck? That's literally kind of what your gut looks like right now from just intentional or unintentional abuse all these years, not knowing that you needed a good pre and a probiotic and digestive enzyme to help you. And here's what I'm here to tell you. Not all digestive enzymes are created equal because after my gallbladder was removed, I was told to take one. So I did, except it did nothing magical for me. When I got on this one, and you're about to see, I literally just stirred that for just a few seconds and it literally liquefied that. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, Tina, I do not need anything liquefied in my body. Trust me, I get it. Okay. If that is your issue, don't worry. It's going to fix that for you. Meaning, no matter which end of the spectrum you're on for bathroom issues, it's going to bring you right back to your center, into the middle, and it's going to make you feel so much better. It's also going to help with things like indigestion and heartburn. I don't know about you, but I used to get the most crippling heartburn. Oh, it drove me crazy. It's going to help with things like that as well. And I always say, if you'll allow us to help you get your gut health in order, everything else that we're going to give you is going to work 10 times better because your body's going to be able to absorb it and you're going to be able to get the full results from it. So there's a reason this is our number 2 selling product, and it's because it gives life-changing results. And it's so simple. You just take it before you eat. That is all. It's the most simple product that you can use. I literally keep it in a little tiny container in my purse. I keep one in my car. I keep it everywhere I go because I'm never not going to have this product. Okay. Now we're going to talk about this right here. This, my friends, is quite literally revolutionary. So this product was studied for 10 years at a very prestigious university up north in America. And they found an enzymologist that found, follow me here, a plant-based enzyme that converts carbs and sugar into soluble fiber in your gut before it hits your bloodstream. Now, why is that so powerful? 97 million Americans are insulin resistant and pre-diabetic, and they don't even know it. And 34 million Americans are already full-blown type 2 diabetic and are in just bad shape. Because being a diabetic is just, it affects your overall health. It affects your blood flow. It affects your eyesight. It affects everything in your body. Okay. So why is this so powerful? Well, what your body does right now is every time you eat, your blood sugar's spiking and then it's dipping and it's spiking and it's dipping. And you're just literally wearing out your pancreas and you don't even know it. So when they had us come out to be testers for this product, they said, we want you to wear a continuous glucose monitor. And that, I'm sure you've seen people wear those on the backs of their arms right here, where it's just 24 hours a day. It's checking your blood sugar and seeing what it's doing. What's really cool about this is you can actually get a measurable result. If you haven't already, make sure you go watch the video I did with Andy. He's talking about his own personal experience with just this product right here. But here's what happened to me. When I put on that continuous glucose monitor, I found out that I was one of those 97 million Americans that was insulin resistant and pre-diabetic, and I had no idea. My highs were almost 300. My lows were dipping below 40. Keep in mind, at this point, I thought I was the healthiest I'd ever been. I thought I was doing everything right. I had no idea the danger that I was in. And so I started using this product. So here's how it works. When your body will always burn carbs and sugar for fuel first. Always. That is how we're designed to operate. Okay. But in the absence of carbs and sugar, our body burns fat for fuel. So when we convert the carbs and sugars into fiber, not only is our blood sugar not spiking, and that is what we found when we wore those continuous glucose monitors, is our spikes would do this just to this normal. We were staying in our normal range. This by itself will change someone's whole life. You combine this triple stack together and your whole life is going to be transformed. Okay. Now, this is something else that I want you to know about this. Again, we don't claim to cure or treat anything. Okay. I'm just telling you stories of people, very real people, just like you. They get on this and they're able to come off medications they've been on for a very, very, very long time because for the first time, almost in forever, they're able to come off their metformin. They're able to lower doses and even come off completely of their insulin. Why? Because they're getting their blood sugar under control. And it's so simple to use. You literally take a capsule before you eat. Like it couldn't be any more simple. And they decided to add a really powerful thermogenic in there. It's called Grains of Paradise. I want you to think about your metabolism as being on vacation. It's been on vacation for a little while. It's been just hanging out and not doing its job. And this really powerful Grains of Paradise is just going to wake your metabolism up and it's going to get it running again the way that it should be. And you are just going to feel so much better. And then the last thing that I want to talk about with you guys is this right here. This right here is just, it does 3 incredible things. But before I tell you what 3 things this does, I want to talk to you about something I'm sure you've all heard of. How many of you have heard of the weight loss shots? There's Ozempic, there's Mounjaro, there's semaglutides, there's so many different names for them, okay? And I'm not here to discuss whether they're bad or whether they're good. I just want you to know what they are and how they work and why, whether you're on the shots, you want this system, or if you're not on the shots, you want this system, okay? So All of those have one thing in common. They are a synthetic form of GLP-1. Now, you may not know this, but GLP-1 is a hormone that you naturally produce in your gut, which is why we want to get your gut healthy. Okay. You naturally produce that in your gut, except as we age, just like everything else, it slows down. The production of it slows down. And its primary job, okay, is to make you feel fuller faster and longer and quiet that food noise. You know what I mean by the food noise, right? Like you've already had dinner and you're grazing in your pantry again a couple of hours later, and you're like, why am I even in here? I don't even know. I'm not hungry. That is food noise, okay? And we're going to get that food noise quieted. The reason people are getting such incredible results on these shots is because their body is getting injected with a synthetic form of this GLP-1. It's quieting that food noise, and people are getting incredible results. Now, why do you want this system if you're on that shot? And then I'm going to go into what this does that's so incredible, okay? 2/3 of the people that come off of those shots are going to gain back all of their weight plus some. There is no exit strategy because anytime you inject anything synthetic into your body, it then tells your brain, we don't need to produce this anymore. We're getting plenty of it. And so you've completely halted. You've halted your own GLP-1 production unintentionally. You didn't know that, right? No one told you that when you were getting it, right? And so if you're on it, then you want an exit strategy for it. And this system is going to be your exit strategy. If you're not and you just want a more clean alternative, then listen to what I have my hands on. Okay. So this has got plant-based ingredients that are going to help naturally increase your body's own GLP-1 hormone production. It's going to produce it all by itself the way it was designed to do. Now, I've already told you what that does. It's going to quiet the food noise. It's going to make you feel fuller faster. It's going to make you feel fuller longer. But it's also got ingredients in it that are going to activate your AMPK. Now, when your AMPK is activated, it does two specific things. It does so many things, but two I want to talk about. One, when your AMPK is activated, it tells your brain to burn fat for fuel, and it specifically targets that visceral fat in your midsection, the most dangerous fat on your body. Number two, it is scientifically proven that when your AMPK is activated, your body can't store fat. So now we're burning fat for fuel and we can't store fat. I mean, I don't know about you. That was all the information I needed to sign up right away on auto ship for the rest of my life, right? We're just going to repel all the fat. But it also does one more very important thing. How many of you have heard the buzz about cortisol, right? Cortisol, cortisol, cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. And when your stress hormone is high, inflammation in your body is going to be high. All disease is born from inflammation. And so if your stress hormone is high, you're going to have a lot of inflammation. I want you to think about when your rings will come off your finger or your feet and legs are swollen, or you like your face is puffy, like you look like a puffer fish. You're just so puffy from inflammation. That is your cortisol high. And this has ingredients in it that's going to help lower your cortisol. So now, one product you're going to drink and you're going to activate your AMPK. You're going to get your GLP-1 activated. You're going to get your cortisol levels down and inflammation just pouring off of your body. You are going to feel like a different human with this triple stack. I'm telling you, we've seen just so many incredible results. Like my friend Kathy, she has had a heart issue her whole life since she was a child. She's never had normal blood pressure ever. For the first time in her whole life, by getting her overall metabolic health, which is what this is designed to do. Remember, weight loss is just a side effect of it. She got her overall metabolic health under control. And for the first time in her life, her blood pressure is under control. And she has a normal blood pressure. And so if you suffer from any of the things that we've talked about, just make sure that you get in touch with the person that invited you to watch this video today and tell them that you want to get this triple stack. Here's what I'm telling you. You will not regret it. You are going to feel so much better.
Erin, do you want to add anything before we jump off of here?
I can't add anything to that. That's amazing.
Great job, Tina, telling us about these products. So like Tina said, get back to the person that either shared this video with you or invited you to this group. If you're not sure who that is, just write the word info below and we'll get you your person. Have a great day, guys.
Bye, everybody.